Happy Tuesday. Welcome back. Tuesday Talk with Julie. You guys, we're recording this actually today, Tuesday morning. I typically record them the day before or the weekend before. It's Tuesday. We're recording Tuesday morning. And I have a little bit of a newer background. Now that I look at it, it looks kind of trippy, but this is my new home office. We have this cute little nook in our bedroom and we're transforming it into my home office, which is really exciting. So this is the wallpaper that we just put on. I shouldn't say we, my boyfriend put on. Thank you, Ron. And then we're going to build a desk into the wall and decorate. So I will show you the final result. That's not why we're here today. Tuesday Talk with Julie. What's the topic? Topic's all about events, especially with International Women's Day coming up, Sweat and Celebration Luncheon. And I'm also attending a lot of cool events. You'll always hear me say live events are where it's at. And my business coach, Jess Glazier, would say live events change lives. And I couldn't agree more. So make sure you're getting yourself to events. My goal is always one a month because I think that's really reasonable with my schedule. And what I'm excited about this month is I know that the Sunnyside Lifestyle, unfortunately I can't attend their event, but they're hosting a really cool roundtable discussion about Brene Brown's book. So check on that. The location is gorgeous. Tomorrow night, Wednesday night, I am attending Port to Palm Mary Jo's From the Heart. There's conversations and stories, and I'm just really excited. It's going to be amazing. And end of the month, Rise and Shine. My friends Kate and Sarah are hosting a really cool event. You have to check it out. I'll be sure in my stories to tag everybody, but live events are where it's at. And especially with International Women's Day coming up, I get asked a lot of questions with, how are you feeling? How are you doing? Are you stressed? Like, what are you working on? And I thought today I would just share my number one tip in hosting events. And if you jumped in on my email list a couple months ago, I did an email drip campaign where I hosted like the top 5 mistakes in hosting events. And this is just like my number one tip because it's where you start and where you can always go back to. And it's kind of mixed in one. So like knowing your why is automatic. You need to know your why. And then that way, if you need to question anything, you always want to go and do a gut check. Is this aligned? Does this feel good with my mission? Does it support my why? So you always want to go to that no matter what. That's not what I'm talking about today. Today I'm talking about having a budget and sticking to a budget because it's so overlooked and it's so, so important. And so what I usually do when hosting events, and again, everybody may be different, is I write out my list of things. I'll start like blue sky, like anything and everything. Like, what would I love to have? Literally, it could be like an elephant. I mean, that'd be kind of cool, right? No, like your blue sky list, like anything and everything. And then from there, you want to do some research. So let's say I wanted an elephant at an event. How much does it cost to have an elephant at an event? And is that doable? You got to do some homework and you got to do your research to find out how much these costs will be. And then from this list, you're going to dwindle it down to your other list. So this is like your would love to haves. And then your next list will be what you can afford right now, or like what's truly possible. You can still live in possibility, but you're just going to dwindle that list down a little bit more. And when you are about to launch tickets, you want to make sure you know how much everything is costing in terms of vendors, because that shit adds up real quick, like real quick. And if you host an event or you are hosting or have hosted, you know what I'm talking about. It can be like the littlest things that add up. So my biggest piece of advice when hosting events is really taking the time, like further out than you think, and allowing yourself time and space to do homework on costs, whether it's location, whether it's vendor, because it's going to really set you up for success in the long run. And although there are some really great things I would love to have at the luncheon, once I get that price from somebody, if because I've already established my list, but once I get that price, I'm like, oh, that'd be so cool to have. And if it's like out of the ballpark, then I have to say, no, not this time. And that's the key. It's just no, not this time. It doesn't mean you'll never do it. It's just not right now. So have your list, do your research, and then you're going to dwindle that list down to like the things that you really can afford and the things that you can really have. And obviously you can build that into the ticket cost. And that's why you want to do your homework ahead of time so that you can set your ticket cost appropriately. So know that if you have to say no to something right now, it's just not right now. And it doesn't mean you can't do it in the future. So it doesn't mean I can't have an elephant at next year's International Women's Day. I don't know why we would, but hey, it could be cool. But that's my biggest piece of advice is just like have a budget, stay with budget, and just say no to things that A, don't serve your mission, your why, and don't fall within your budget, because that is going to set you up for success in the long run. So I hope that tip helped if you are planning events or plan to host events. And if you guys are hosting events, let me know how I can support. You know, I love going to events and I love supporting. And for those that are out there, get yourself to events. Live events are where it's at. It's just connection in person. And yes, they do change lives. And yes, you walk away with so much connection and so much knowledge. So till next week, till next Tuesday Talk, I'm Julie from the Sweat Republic, from my home office. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye.